Are back online. All right, Facebook, come on in. YouTube, come on in. Hey, Brandilla, good morning. Good morning. I had some connection issues, but that's not unusual. This is how it goes. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for joining in at 9 a.m., y'all. This week, I am in full grandmother mode. I call it me mom mode because that's what the kids call me. The kids call me me mom, except for one. Chunk. AJ calls me Chunk because that's our pet name for each other. It just happens to be that way. Kids really decide which your name is going to be. And so I am in pure Mima mode this week. So the Chunk's mom is on her way on her honeymoon. And so I have the responsibility of a child, of an 8-year-old for the whole week, right? And so that entails getting him up in the morning, getting him to school, making sure his homework is done, doing all of that. That's what all of that means. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go to Facebook and just make sure I can link in my Facebook Coffee with Friends members. You see what happens when when your schedule is thrown off, everything is thrown off. Good morning, good morning. Okay, Facebook is now set up. Come on in, y'all. So back to my duties. This week I'm on me my duty, which means that I have the responsibility of an 8-year-old, right? Up until Sunday. Up until Sunday. But this is what I did. I called my son and I said, "Hey, son, I'm not baby daddy. I'm granny, right?" And the only reason why I ended up with him this week is because I live in the same town as he does, and so him getting to school is much easier for me to get him to school. But guess what happens Friday afternoon, y'all? Hey, Interior Rule, guess what happens Friday afternoon, y'all? Friday afternoon, I'm doing a dad drop off. I said, listen, I got to recover. I need my weekend. So I'm going to drop your child off to you on Friday afternoon or early evening, whatever time you get home from work. Expect me to show up at your doorstep. All right. And so he has the weekend duties. I have the week duties. And this is how we do it. I'm all for that, going back to the village to help, support our community. Right? Now, we talked about the responsibility of a grandmother, and we said that this is not the responsibility of a grandmother, but we do our best to try to, pitch in to try to keep the village mentality, right? To give each other a level of peace. It's nothing more peaceful than knowing you can go on vacation and your child is safe, right? It is what it is. But good morning, y'all. So anyway, what is this? I know I'm not going to have a big audience today because I'm normally on at 8 o'clock, but that's all right. I'm going to still keep going anyway, right? We got to be flexible. We got to be diverse. Hashtag Fit Friends moment. I didn't get to do my chat and walk yesterday. I didn't. I didn't get to do my chat and walk yesterday because of the weather. So what I did do is, this is the thing about fitness goals, right? We have to be diverse. We have to be able to switch up, right? We can't be so married to our routines that when the weather gets in the way or something happens that we just completely say, "Fuck the day, we're not going to work out. We're not going to have any movement." Movement is medicine, right? And so if you commit to yourself to on a schedule, whatever your schedule is, it don't have to be the same as my schedule. Whatever your schedule is, if you commit to it, do something. So yesterday, because I couldn't do chat and walk, I normally do on Sundays, I normally do a 45-minute arms and cycle class. But this Sunday, I said, you know what? I'm going to skip the arms, right? And I'm going to do a straight 45-minute cycle class because what that does is when you do the cycle class with the arms, it gives you that 3 or 4 minute rest period while you're doing your arms. You're not pedaling, really. You're not. And so it gives you that rest period. So I said, okay, I don't know. I need to really work my legs today, being that I'm not going to be able to walk. So I just did a 45-minute endurance ride, and baby, I was dripping from my arms. Okay, I was dripping from places, okay, everywhere. My ears was dripping sweat, everything was dripping sweat. My mother saw me suffering and she turned the fan on because I couldn't unclip my shoe. I was too much into the ride at that point. But baby, that was my first 45-minute endurance ride. And let me tell you something. It ain't easy. It is not easy. Not one bit. Okay. And so that's how I modified that's how I modified my workout for Sunday because I couldn't do my walk. I did an aggressive 45-minute ride. Good morning, Pat. Good morning. And I did my calisthenics. I did my abs, some stretches and shit like that. Right? Listen, we have to be diverse and flexible in our fitness routine. So that is my hashtag Fit Friends injection moment this morning. I don't know if anybody else wants to share what their hashtag Fit Friends injection for this morning is, or anything adventurous that they did over the weekend. I'm always open to hearing anything that's done over the weekend that's adventurous. All right. Hey, Madison. Hey, blissfully evolving. Good morning. For me, what did I do this weekend? What did I do this weekend? I started organizing my house. We're entering another season, so we get into this. We got to clean up. We got to put our summer clothes away. We got to do this. We got to do that. And so I organized my coffee with friends slash office room because again, this is also my guest room. Yeah. All right. And so I have my grandson Chunk sleeping in here, during the evening. So I had to organize this room, get the closet together, make it feel comfortable. And so my goal this week, because I'm on vacation, y'all, and I want to make this a productive vacation week, I am going to attack my bedroom closet. That's probably going to take me like 2 days. I'm afraid to even. It's a mess, y'all. My closet is a mess. It is very unfortunate because I'm short and everything just ends up on the floor of my closet. And I just gotta do better. I do know that if I ever get the opportunity to have the house or the condo that I want, all right, I know the one thing I am going to remodel. I don't give a fuck. I am busting out walls and stretching out rooms to give me a closet in my bedroom that has the fucking ladder that goes around so that I can step up on the ladder and get to all my shit. I need a ladder. I need a ladder that goes around my closet. I do. And it's not because I want it because it look good or because, I think I'm bougie. I need the shit because I'm 5 minutes from being a little person. And that's the truth. And all my shit in the closet, once I take it off the top shelf, it sits on the floor for the next couple of weeks. I gotta do better, y'all. I got to do better. Hey, Shirley, good morning. Thanks for joining on YouTube. So, what are we talking about this morning? This morning, AG threw up a post, and this same topic has been resonating in me for some weeks, right? And I asked and this very same thing. It's so ironic how you deal with shit internally. You internally battle shit and then somebody posts something, right? And you go, damn, I've been working on asking myself this very same question, or trying to work through this very very same thing, right? And so today's topic is never regret being a good person to the wrong people. Never regret being a good person to the wrong people. What does that mean to you? What does that mean to you? Let that shit marinate, because I have some points that that I want to touch upon as it relates to this topic. Never regret being a good person to the wrong people. What the fuck does that mean to you? What does it mean? Let that marinate, let that sit. The other thing I wanted to talk about, a real quick laughable moment as y'all letting that topic marinate. A real quick laughable moment is What in the holy porn fucks is going on with Ray J and this sex tape that's like 100 years old? All of a sudden, he's arguing with Chris Jenner over the sex tape, and he's saying they recorded three, and Chris Jenner had the final say as to which one was the better sex tape. What is going on here? Hey, Chef, you, good morning. Like, I'm listening to this and I'm like, oh my God, people really try to stay relevant. Like, we really talking about this old ass dusty sex tape that Ray J and Kim Kardashian was in. Does anybody even care? I saw someone comment, baby, I never even saw the video, and I had to go back and see the video and see what the fuck they were talking about. But someone also said, based on their view of the video, Ray J need more money. I never saw the video. I think I saw snippets of it, but I never saw like the whole sex thing or whatever the case may be. But somebody said Ray J need more money. So I don't know what the fuck Ray J did in that sex tape that requires him the need for more money. But that sounds like a good thing to me. Go Ray J. All right. I don't know what the fuck the problem is. Madison said Chris was on a show acting like she's innocent. Oh, that's what the fuck happened. See, I don't even know why motherfuckers fuck with people like Ray J, because they just gonna go on social media and show all the receipts and tell all the business. Ray J done pulled out the motherfucking contract. He done pulled out the contract that shows him and Kim's signature on the shit. And he said his mama was there watching and picked which one made her daughter's body look the best. Baby, I love it. I love when motherfuckers come out with receipts. I love it. I am here for the receipts. All right. Shirley say, yes, Ray J coming out with the truth. And you know, Ray J is petty. He be like, what? What you say? Because I got this. And what you said? The fuck? He must have called his lawyer and said, pull out that damn contract. You know, that's a business family. Don't fuck with that family. That family is I mean, well, the Kardashians are business too, but they fucking messy. Madison said he now has kids and is tired of looking like the bad guy. I kind of agree with him. Well, me too. Listen, Madison, I do too. That's the funny shit. I'm like, yes, Ray J, tired of these Kardashian motherfuckers dragging our men, right? Making these black men like they just run through the black men community and make them look crazy. I'm just saying. Ray J, keep telling your truth and keep pulling out them receipts. I'm here for the motherfucking receipts. I am. Okay. Thank you, Uhu. That's what she is. Uhu said Chris Jenner is the ultimate pimp. She is. But you know the crazy shit? As whack as that family is, I'm not mad. You know what? I'm not mad. You know why? Because it's us. It's society that places people like Chris Jenner and the Kardashians in the positions that they're in. It's us. We're the ones watching their shows. Well, I don't the fuck watch it. I don't the fuck watch this show. But you know what the fuck I'm saying. It is us who puts these people in the spotlight. Okay? Period. Period. So I'm not mad at Chris Jenner for being the ultimate pimp. The fuck? But what is their thing with black men? Even Chris Jenner got a black dude, and he's like, what, 50 years younger than her? They love these black men, yo. Get it, Ray J. Come the fuck out with these receipts. The fuck is going on? They Yes, Cheryl. Do do people recognize this? Do they see this? They are running through the rich black men. They picking the rich black men, y'all, fucking them up so that by the time the they ready for the black women, they ain't shit. They ain't shit. They ain't gonna be shit. Okay? Interior said, well, me three, y'all. Ray J said, put some respect on his name. Yes. Go, Ray J. Ain't nobody mad at you, Ray J. Give those receipts. All right. Give them fucking receipts because Chris sitting up there. I didn't know she went on the show. I missed that whole part that she went on the show acting innocent, baby. We know she not innocent. Ooh, who done said it right? She the ultimate pimp. The fuck? Okay. Fancy K said, don't get me wrong. I like the Kardashians. They cool, but black love non-black women. Well, that's where I'm at. I mean, love who you want to love, but it just seems that there's a specific type of man they go for. The black ones with the money. The fuck. All of them? Golly. The one white guy didn't last long. What's his name? Peter? Pete? The fuck? Cheryl Lee said, to some of them, black men look at them as the forbidden fruit. This is the problem. But I'm going to say this, and it's going to be an unpopular opinion, y'all. But I think a lot of black men look at the white women like forbidden fruit. They're like, woo, we made it. No, motherfucker. You ain't make it. You, chef, me either. Only time I saw the Kardashians if I was at somebody's house and they had the shit on. I did not consciously turn my channel to the Kardashians. And again, I don't have nothing against them. Okay. I got enough reality shows to watch the black ones, right? I squeeze in the other ones when I can. All right. And so if I'm going to watch trash TV, I'm going to start with my own people. The fuck? It's hard to watch these white women dogging our black men right on TV. It's crazy. It's crazy. Never regret being a good person to the wrong people. What does that mean to you? That is today's topic. I'm going to keep running through the comments on the Kardashians and Ray J, but never regret being a good person to the wrong people. What does that mean to you? I need answers. Okay. I got more on that. All right. You fancy K, you know you and Interior Rue and Ghost, y'all be on the topic. Soon as I bring something to the table, you be like, we just talked about it, and I love it. I love it. That's a compliment. It makes me think that I'm current. I'm current on shit that people are thinking about. So I love it. Pat said that is absolutely correct. Never allow anyone. This is on topic. Never regret being a good person to the wrong people. What the fuck does that mean to you? What does it mean? Pat said that is absolutely correct. Never allow anyone to take you out of character. Be yourself, be kind and nice despite other people. So, I got a little short story to tell y'all. All right. And so this is about my family. I meant to tell y'all this the other day, and they probably gonna call me all kind of bitches behind this, but that's okay. All right. And Pat, mother is sleeping, but she already know. But Pat, you probably gonna have your mouth open. But the other day, true story. All right, this is my show, right? And well, this is all of our show. Right, we could jump on and say whatever, but I say what the fuck I want on this show, all right? Because I started this show to talk about my truth and unpack some shit and the things that we need to do better in. And a lot of times I get on here and I tell my truth and I call people out, my family, to the carpet. And I always say, if they think I'm wrong, come on my show and tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, because that's how confident I am in what I'm saying, right? And so the other day I got a text. A group text, right? From a cousin that I hadn't spoken to in years. And this is how serious I am about my healing season and dealing with people accordingly. I'm still a work in progress, but I am going to start dealing with people accordingly and not regretting it. Okay? Got a text, a group text from a cousin that I hadn't spoken to in years. No hello, no how you doing, no nothing, right? And so it was a text for a fundraiser, right, to raise money for cancer. Now I'm all for fundraisers and shit like that. But if I hadn't spoken to you in years, right, I don't think it's nice to text me with a link to send money to a fundraiser without ever saying hi, how the fuck you doing, or whatever the case may be, right? And so I had to sit in that text and I was like, I'm not gonna let anybody take me out of character, but a part of my character is pulling you to the carpet at the same damn time. Right. So I sat and I said, I'm gonna respond to this text because I felt like this had to be spam, right? This had to be spam. This had to be spam, right? And I said, this must be spam. And I left it like that. And my cousin responded, a couple of hours later saying, no, it's not spam. It's a fundraiser. It's for real. And I said, I was hoping it was spam, right? I was hoping it was spam because you didn't say hi. You didn't ask me how I'm doing. I haven't heard from you in years. And the only time I hear from you is when you have a fundraiser, right? And then she responded, right? And she said, well, you're right, cuz, it's been a while since either of us reached out and said anything. And I wanted to respond again and say, but I'm not the fucking one asking you for money. But I said, you know what? Let me just be cool, right? Never regret being a good person to the wrong people. No, I didn't donate. But I felt like I was being a good person because I didn't give that last response. Okay. I felt like I was being a good person. Right. And some people might have said, oh, you should have did this or you should have did that. But that is how I handled the situation. But I had to talk to myself because I almost came a little bit out of character and said some shit. Right. And I said, nah, I'm not even going to let this person take me out of character at this moment. I'm just gonna ignore it and just keep moving on. All right. So never regret being a good person to the wrong people. What the fuck does that mean to y'all? Right? Let's talk about it. Johnny Leon Hill said they think black men are stupid, especially athletes. Remember the girl who divorced her basketball husband after she had her baby? Yep. Yep. Running through the black men with money. Good morning, mother. Oh, you're up. I should have known. I thought I heard the phone going in the next room. She's so silly, right? Madison says she even took a lie detector test and passed. Yes, Ray J mentioned that about the lie detector test, but he said the guy that did the lie detector test, the administrator, he has been brought up on charges for fraudulent polygraphs or some shit, and he didn't graduate, and he's a fraud and all kind of shit. I'm like, they got Ray J heated. I saw that. I saw that. Fancy K said we were actually talking about white women and black men. Black men think it's a prize. They do. They think it's a prize when they get the white women. I don't know why. And I'm not saying all black men. So before y'all come out your underwear, right? Y'all know how I feel. Nothing is ever all. So when I say stuff like that, I don't mean every last single black man. But the black men that chase these white women specifically, some of them they think that's the prize. They do. They think it's the prize. They think they fucking made it. They think they made it. Okay. Fancy K said black men be ready to snatch up a white woman, and it's cool because I don't have a problem with the interracial dating. But baby, they will pick right over a black woman for a non-black one. Nick Cannon, what black woman he got a kid with? What we doing? Now, yes, his kids are black because they got a little bit of that black blood in them. But with what fucking woman does Nick Cannon have that's black? All black, not mixy mixy. Which one? Did I miss one? I'm asking. Okay. Johnny says she told women on one of her posts to have sex with an athlete because they kind of dumb and they don't like using condoms. They kind of dumb. See y'all black motherfuckers out there? They said y'all are kind of dumb, but y'all still chasing them. The fuck? But as soon as a black woman do some strong independent shit, they looking at us sideways like you not supposed to be strong and independent, but you rather run over there to the person that says sleep with the black man cuz he dumb. Make it make fucking sense to me. Okay? Make it make fucking sense to me. Cheryl Lee said point blank period. She was the one doing the asking. Did she at least greet and give salutation to the group as a whole? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The fuck? I try, Fancy K. I try. All right. I try. Keep running up the comments. I'm going to get into a little bit of depth of what I mean in this topic because this topic is personal to me. And I'm going to tell y'all why it's personal to me. Right. One of the things that I constantly battle with, and I've been battling with this for a few months now. Right. The statement of never regret being a good person to the wrong people. I would say that I'm a good person. Now, I could be a bitch, right? And my mouth is kind of flip it. It is. It is, right? True. All that is true. But to the core of me, I am a good person, right? If I identify you as an important part of my life as a friend or a family member I give a fuck about, right? I'm going to show up for you to the best of my ability. Now, personally, I have battled with this for a lot of years, all right? Never regret being a good person to the wrong people. People have done some fucked up shit to me, right? Now, I'm not going to say I haven't done some fucked up shit to other people because I have, right? Intentionally and unintentionally. I'm being accountable for my bullshit, right? But, I'm trying to do better, right? I'm trying to do better, right? But one of the things that I've experienced most of my years is that there is a core to the core of me. What's important to me is the core structure of my family. I don't know where I get that dynamic from, where I get that ethical behavior from, because I come from a single parent household. I come from not really being that close to both sides of my family, not really having a solid core structure in my family. It was always kind of broken and ragged, but we made it work, right? But for me, it might be because I never had that structure growing up. I never had that level of commitment that I could see as a child growing up. It was always kind of staggered, right? And so for me, I have always, from the time I had my son, been committed to keeping my family together, the core structure of my family together. That is me, my kids, my mom, my grandchildren. You understand what I'm saying? That is the core of my family. My dad is dead. All right. I try to keep the core of that family together, whatever that means. Right. And I have been told by so many people across the years, why do you keep doing this for these people? Why do you keep doing that? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? And it makes me feel bad deep inside because I'm like, are people looking at me and saying, why does she keep doing all these things for these family members and for people that are close to her when these very same people have hurt her? But then the statement of never regret being a good person to the wrong people comes out. And I'm like, well, which one is it? Which one is it? Right? When we say never regret being a good person, even to the wrong people, that statement to me means be true to your core self, no matter how this other person is acting. And that's me. But I have people in my life that will say stuff like, if that were me, I wouldn't do that. If that were me, I would say this and I would say that. Oh, you are stupid to continue to do this and that. Why do you continue to do this and that for them? I wouldn't do it. I don't know why you continue to do it, right? This is the things that I have had to hear across many years. In my ear, I have people in my ear saying, "Why do you continue to do this? You're stupid for continuing to do that. Why do you do this and why do you do that? If this was me, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't care." And that makes me feel bad because I have people that are close to me that might say that, and it makes me feel bad. It makes me second guess what I'm doing. Right. And then I start mentally trying to figure out, well, what am I doing? Am I doing too much? And then I start being other than who I am. I got to be me. Right. And so this is what I'm still unpacking. Never regret being a good person to the wrong people. I have been good to the wrong people many, many times. And people that are close to me don't understand it. This is why I always say to y'all, right? In one sense, we post these memes and we say these fucking statements. Never regret being a good person to the wrong people. But at the same time, y'all are out here telling people what not to do and what to do based on how you would do it. How the fuck does that make sense? How does that make sense? What does this statement mean to you? So when you think about making this statement, also think about your friends' feelings, your family members' feelings. Think about if they are just being who they are at the core. It doesn't make them stupid. It doesn't make them less than who you are. It just makes them who they are as a person. We have to stop judging people based on their actions because it's something you wouldn't do. Gotta stop that shit. And if you're going to continue to tell people to do something other than, then you can't be that person saying never regret being a good person to the wrong people. Contradicting yourself. Fancy K said they act kind of stupid in behind the non-black women though. I'm glad Ray J is taking care of his business. Bloop. Me too. Me too. Cheryl Lee said, oh, I read that. Wait. No, she didn't. Cheryl Lee said point blank, period. She was the one doing the asking. Did she at least greet and give a salutation to the group as a whole? No. Cheryl, that was the problem I had. I was like, hold up. I ain't spoke to you in years. In fucking years. Then you put me on a group text with another cousin that I don't want to speak to. Listen. Don't put me on a group text with another cousin that I don't want to speak to, period. Right? They don't reach out to me. They don't talk to me. And I'm not hating them for it. I can love you from a distance. Right? We're cousins. We didn't choose to be cousins. We're cousins because it is what it is. People fucked, had kids. We're cousins. Right? We can love each other from a distance. But what you're not going to do, you're not going to text me without a hello, how the fuck you, something, and ask me for money. It ain't going to happen. Okay? Yeah. I'm just saying. The fuck? Thank you, Renee. Good morning. Cheryl Lee said none of the women are full black African American women. That's what I thought. Nick Cannon. Where the fuck are your black sisters? They don't want, they think they made it. Okay? They think they made it. Never regret being a good person to the wrong people. If folks really believed in this statement, then why do we try to alter the way others execute on things? I need answers. I'm going to drop the guest link in case anyone wants to jump on and be a guest and talk about this because I fucking this is one statement that I'm still trying to work out because I do a lot of shit for the people in my core family, right? And I remember one time I was venting to my ex. One of my earrings fell. One second, guys. I was venting to my ex one time, right? And I said something about money. And this motherfucker turned around and looked at me and said, well, you paid for the whole vacation. I don't know why you paid for the whole vacation. You stupid. I wouldn't have did that. That's what he said. I was like, wow. Here I am venting to you about how I'm feeling about something, right? And you turn around and inject what you would have or what you wouldn't have done, which completely made me even feel more like shit and then called me stupid. I was like, wow. If we really believed in this statement, never regret being a good person to the wrong people, if we truly believe that, why do we try to alter the movements and the thought patterns of others when it doesn't match yours? Cheryl Lee said, when you do good, do it because that's who you are. And point blank and period. If you do good, do it based on who the fuck you are, not who your friends are, not who your brother is, not who your mama is, not what somebody else thinks that you should do, right? You got to do the shit based on who you are, right? Do it with no expectations from that person, period. Okay? Because it'll come back to you in one way or another. Yes, Roy, be true to you. I say it every day. But still, every day, I walk in the shoes of the echoes of people saying, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. I wouldn't do this. And I myself am guilty of that, right? So this is bringing it to my own attention as well, right? To not try to alter someone else's thought pattern based on whether it's my moral concept, my personal belief, my religious belief, I don't give a fuck, right? We have got to normalize not altering other people's true selves, because what that ultimately does, what it did to me, and what it does to me is when I have people close to me that say they love me, right? And then they turn around and they call me stupid, or they tell me I shouldn't do this, or this shouldn't happen because they wouldn't do this. It makes me feel bad. Right? So you got to think about how you're making the people in your life that you love feel when you try to alter the way that they move. Fancy K said, yes, they do think it's a prize. But funny. What the fuck happens at the end of the road? But them fucking black men be all fucked up coming out the Kardashian. That ain't a what kind? They got their prize. Fancy K said, girl, you are preaching. They don't like the strong, independent opinions. What the fuck is up with that? Girl, I don't know. I'm tired. I'ma still give it, but I'm fucking tired. Pat said, never second guess yourself. What if those advising you are the stupid ones? My character is kind, very nice, and accommodating, but I do not take any shit. True. That's when the bitch in me comes out. I'm just saying. Interior Rule said, yeah, that's a good topic. I have been accused of that as well. But at the end of the day, I can only be me. And I will always treat people the way I want to be treated. And that's how I've always been. And there has been times that I have sat and I said, I don't want to be like this. Honest to God. Honest to God. Sometimes it's the most painful thing because my heart, if I, my family, the core of my family means everything to me. It always has. Anybody that knows me know that I have been fighting for the core structure of my family from the day I had my son. Period. Can't nobody said I ain't been in a battle of war from the day one to keep this family together. Many of people have told me if that was me, I'd walk away. If that was me, I'd do this. If that was me, I this. If that was me, I that. And I have not. I would have given up on my son, my own son, if I listened to what other people said. People were like, I wouldn't do this and I wouldn't do that. And even though I showed up for him every day, there was very few people that looked at me showing up for my son as a compliment. A lot of the people thought it was just stupid. They didn't look at it like, okay, all right, she's love. She's there. She's showing up. It was never positive for a lot of people. It was negative. It was, oh my gosh, she's stupid. She need to walk away. She need to do that. She need to do this. Let me tell you something. I didn't think that my son was gonna make it. I thought jail was gonna be his forever. I didn't give up. And today, he's managing a whole building of people. Okay? A fucking manager boss. Not a big deal to a lot of people, but from where I came from, if I would have given up like many of people told me to, where would I be? Never regret being a good person to the wrong people. And who defines who the wrong person is? Who determines that the person is the wrong person? Who determines that? Interior roots say it has nothing to do with anyone else. That's all about me. And I will be this way till I take my last breath or God comes down here and gets me. It's just who you are. And I am learning to accept this is who I am. Right? I am going to do everything in my power to keep the core structure of my family together at all costs. Right? This is who I am. Cheryl Lee said, I'll only call it out or give my opinion to a person if I know for a fact that that person is being used without their knowledge. Okay? That's giving your opinion, right? And there's nothing wrong with giving our opinion, right? But if these are our friends and these are our loved ones and they still operating and executing in the way that they feel comfortable, we just need to show up and support them, right? This is how respecting that everybody is different, just being different. We can give our opinions, but don't make the person feel bad if they didn't take or execute on something the way you wanted them to. Johnny said, there is far too many people who operate out of hurt or toxicity that when they meet genuinely good-hearted people, they get skeptical, or they look at your niceness as weakness. That part. That fucking part. That part. And I think that's what many of people, when people look at me and they say I wouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that and you shouldn't do that, they look at my niceness as a weakness. But baby, I'm not weak. I'm far from weak. My life and the way my life has planned out will let motherfuckers know I'm far from weak. Okay? Right? So my niceness is not a sign of weakness, but I believe some people think so. But I can only operate from who I am, authentically and organically. And I ask my friends and my family members and anybody that cares for me to respect that. I don't regret being good to the wrong people. I don't. Shit, my ex-husband still get his mail here at the house, being good to the wrong people. I don't regret it. Johnny Hill said, as long as you are okay with how you handle the situation and not being gullible, I couldn't care less what another person thinks about how I handle other people, period. But some people will assume you're being gullible. But who determines whether you're being gullible or not? And who determines whether that person is the wrong person that you're being good to? Who determines that? The fuck? Who determines that? Fancy K said, never regret being a good person to the wrong people. I look at it like this: just keep doing what you know to do is right. You can't worry about people appreciating it. You can't expect people to be you. And that's what it means, or that's how I feel about it, rather. But I'm still not going to let you do me any kind of way. I'll be good to you, but I'm going to check you. Sorry. And that's it. You got to handle your situation the way you see fit. And Fancy K said, I'ma still be good to you, but I'ma let your ass know when you doing some fuck shit. And that's okay. However you feel suitable to handle your situations. Right? Right? Now, some people from the outside looking in, they might look in my situation to be like, oh, you let this person walk on you or this person walk on you. But no, I don't. I let people dance around for a little while. Always. And I adjust, but in my own way, right? But even when I adjust, I'm still protecting the core structure of my family. Now, if somebody in my family wants to interrupt that structure on their own and walk out of that structure, that's on them. I can't control that. Okay. Um, Fancy K said, we definitely tell at Interior Rule all the time. We don't call her stupid, but I do say don't let people do you any kind of way. And that's okay. That's an opinion. That's advice. We are always going to give our opinions. We call them assholes, right? Because we all have them. And that's okay. Right? But the problem comes in is when you constantly badger your friends and your loved ones about shit that they do and you make them feel bad about it. That's not. Or you let them know that you are no longer their safe space because they're tired of hearing about it. Right? It's like, I feel like us as human beings, sometimes we try to govern the way other people are supposed to feel about shit. And why? Why can't we just be supportive? We're human. We're not all the same. The fuck? I don't understand what the confusion is. Johnny Hill said, I love who I love and don't care how another person feels about it. And, for me, the core structure of my family is so deep for me because I felt like me growing up, I didn't really feel like I had a core structure. That yes, I had a mom. I have a mom and I had a dad. He's rest in peace, right? And I have my brothers, 3 from over there, 1 from over here, right? But I didn't feel like there was a core structure, right? There was and there wasn't. Like I had my dad's grandmother, right? So for me, when I was growing up from a little kid, I always said to myself, my life is going to look different, feel different, be different. I don't want my kid to feel like I felt. And my feelings had nothing to do specifically with my parents. It was just about that core structure being missing. And I talked about that the other day. This is the childhood traumas that I'm still unpacking, right? And a part of me unpacking that, you can see how it plays out with how I am with my grandchildren. I'm always there for my grands to the best of my ability, even when I'm exhausted. And some people think, why? Because this is what I do. 20 years in, I've been doing it. And baby mamas. Sometimes the baby mama drama gets involved and the grandmother gets pulled into the mix of that shit. I've been in it. But I tell these motherfuckers all the time, I don't care what's going on. These are my grandbabies. Don't play with me. Fancy K said at Interior Rue has a good heart. She's always going to do good by people. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And that's where I'm at. Not by people, especially the core structure, the core family structure. I show up. I try. Hey, J. Joe, even when them motherfuckers don't show up for me, that's the other thing. They don't always show up for me the way I show up for them, but I still show up because you know why? Because I have 3 grandchildren that didn't ask to be here. And one day they're going to grow up and they're going to reflect on the core structure of their family. And the one thing that I want them to reflect on is the good experience they had, knowing that they had a core structure. Hey J Joe, hey Doc Holiday, hey Mishi Boo. Fancy K said anterior rule. How do you feel when we be saying stuff in regards to you being too nice? Great question. How do you feel interior rule when it's said to you? People be honest. I'm being honest right now. My friends have made me feel like absolute complete shit. Hurt my feelings. And you know what happens? Interior, we need to hear how you feel. You know what happens when I feel like shit? When people constantly tell me I shouldn't do this and I shouldn't do that, I shut down. I stop talking to them about it. I stop feeling like they're my safe space. And I keep this shit to myself. And I still execute the way I do. But that's not true friendship, right? We got to do better. Fancy K said, I think people be coming from a place of protection, but I guess we are wrong. That's why I ask, how do you feel at Interior Rule? And that's it, Fancy K. And this is why we talk about these topics on Coffee with Friends, because it's just a check to see how we feel. Keep reminding ourselves that we are not all the same, right? And stop trying to make people do and execute on things the same exact way, right? And keep in mind that these people have feelings. So yes, it's beautiful that you're asking Interior Rule how she feels, right? Because I know that I felt like complete shit. And it has caused me to clam up, and it affects my healing season, because this is another thing that I realize is a trigger for me and something that I have to work on, right? I cannot feel bad for who I am as a person. And I can't have people in my life that make me feel bad for who I am as a person, right? And you got to think about it. The same general attributes that attracted you to me as a friend are the same attributes that I give to other people that you say I shouldn't. We got to be careful how we are treating each other and the grace that we are giving each other, with the understanding that we are not all the same. Telling your friends they are stupid, or constantly telling them that you wouldn't do shit this way and you wouldn't do shit that way, makes them feel bad. I know it makes me feel bad. And it creates a space in your friendship. It creates a space, an empty, like a void, because now you don't feel safe. I don't feel. Not discussing some of my deepest thoughts with all of my friends, because some of them are just going to tell me I'm stupid. So I keep it to myself. Fancy K said, Roy, you really be in our heads. Lord, you must be our cousin. Listen, you never know. All right. You never fucking know. All right. Cheryl Lee said, I would never make them feel bad, but if I know for a fact that the person is being nice, doesn't have knowledge of how they are being preyed on, that's different. You're just bringing something to their to the forefront, right? That's not the issue. The issue is how they handle a situation once you bring it to them. Sometimes we got to let people play out their life. Cheryl Lee said, I'm going to say something to the person being used with receipts like Ray J. Yes. All right. Sometimes nice people only see the good in people. So true. So true. Interior Ruth said at Fancy K, no, it depends on who is asking and in what context. In terms of you personally, it has always come from a place of protection because you don't want me getting hurt. Okay. Okay. So that does make a difference, right? If you know your friends, are genuine and they don't mean no harm, it might bounce off of you. Interior said, "Well, thank God you know where I'm coming from." Yeah, right. Okay. Hey, Shireen. Hey, pretty gangster. Interior Ruth said, so in terms of how I feel when others say, depending on the context it is used in, sadly, it has caused me to shut down at times as well. But my skin continues to thicken and I continue to hold my own. As long as I have God's stamp of approval, I don't need others. We say that, right? But we know others, how they feel about us affects us. We do, no matter how we say we don't care. Pat said, I do not tell people how to be because people usually just want to vent, not wanting advice. And I tell my friends that all the time. Sometimes I'm just venting. I'm not really looking for you to tell me what to do or to give me an answer. But body language also is communication. So, you ever had a friend that you're venting to and they looking every other way but at you and then they don't respond? It's almost like they giving off the I don't give a fuck. And that makes me feel bad too. Right? And so I'm just saying, y'all got to keep in mind that we are all individuals, right? And we execute on things differently. Sometimes it looks similar, right? But you got to also keep in mind with how understanding that people react based on who they are, right? And a simple sentence to them saying you're stupid and I wouldn't do this, I would do that doesn't help, right? If you love your friend or your family member, be graceful. Understand that they're not you, right? And that they've come through various traumas. A lot of us are operating based on our past traumas. So how we operate in life, I just explained to you the core of my family is important to me because it was something that I felt like I was missing, right? I didn't have like, now with my three grandchildren, like I feel like, I am that grandmother that's going to show up. I just am, right? I didn't always have that great experience when I had my child, right? And so a lot of us are operating based on our past trauma. And a lot of times when we give people advice and we call them stupid and shit, we're just adding to the trauma that they're already trying to deal with. Be gentle. You never know what people are going through. That's it, and that's the fuck all. Okay. Um, and so with that, y'all, this was Coffee with Friends. I appreciate y'all motherfuckers. This topic, it's so funny because this was posted on social media today and I posted it in my story. And one of the things that I raised, what were all the questions that came with that. What does this mean to you? Never regret being a good person to the wrong people. Your behavior says everything about you, and their behavior says enough about them. Their behavior says enough about them. All right. I posted this in my story because I took it from AG's page. And I put comments around that. If this is true, why do folks tell you what you should and shouldn't do? This says just be you, no? So you have to ask yourself, when you give someone advice is one thing, right? You give people advice, you let them know what you see, you can even bring your receipts, right? But you should not make your friend feel bad or your loved one, your family member feel bad for how they execute on things because you don't know why they're executing the way they're executing, right? We need to take a little bit more time to get to know each other. And that's through communication. It is. Sometimes instead of asking your friend, why the fuck are you doing that? That's stupid. Or I wouldn't do that. Why don't you just ask them sometimes, why do you do that? What is it that makes you feel? Ask that. What is it that keeps you connected? Ask that. Then maybe you will learn a little bit more about the person. And you wouldn't automatically just think to call them stupid, because then you would find out that this is coming from a deeper place for them. I'm just saying, this is how we do better. I'm still a fuck growing up, y'all. I am. I'm going to be forever growing up. If you think you grown and you think you know it all, you're toxic. Period. All right. And that's a Monday topic for your asses. Now, if you don't follow me, make sure you go to the link in my bio and you are following me across the platform. This week, I am on Me My Duties. So my schedule is 9 a.m. for Coffee with Friends all week, Monday through Friday. I am on vacation this week from work. I have to get my grandson to school by 8:10. So I'm busy during my normal time of Coffee with Friends. And so Coffee with Friends this week will be at 9 a.m. Please join in. Right? The rules haven't changed. As long as we come on here, we give our opinions, our perspectives, we respect that. All right. You are more than welcome to jump on the camera. This is not just my show, this is our show. I promote loving up on your brothers and sisters. I mean, I'm doing the best I can to love up on you, but at the same time, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to be honest with myself. And I'm still learning how to be more honest and true to myself. What does that mean? Stop letting other motherfuckers tell me how to act. Stop letting other motherfuckers tell me what to do. Stop letting other motherfuckers give me how they would handle a situation and let me handle it the way I need to handle it based on my true self, and respect me because of it. That's it. And if what I'm doing is not your cup of tea, then remove yourself, right? But we have to normalize allowing people to be who they are. The fuck? So follow me. Facebook, IG, TikTok, where I do all my dances, YouTube. If you follow me on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe and you hit the bell. All right. When you come in on IG, make sure you are giving me the hearts. All right. Because I love you, motherfuckers. And I want to know that you love me too. Because I show the fuck up here for free. But if you want to contribute to me, then you could go to rawtothebone.com. That is my website where you can shop. You can get t-shirts, you can get dad hats, you can get hoodies, or whatever the case may be. The website is there. Get yourself a hoodie. Get yourself a Words Hurt t-shirt. All right. Get yourself an Ex Judgment t-shirt. I'm doing my best not to judge, right? I have come through many things in life that many people could have judged me on, but fuck them. The fuck? I'm living life. There ain't no manual to this, right? Get yourself every shirt and hoodie that I have has a message. Even the ones that just say raw to the bone. Y'all know what raw to the bone is. Raw is who I am authentically to my core. I am who I am. The bone, to the bone, is the ability to dig deep and unpack the shit that's in my core. Okay? Anybody can do that, right? All my hoodies and t-shirts have a message, things that I believe in. Get yourself one. All right. But if you don't, there's other ways to support my show. Invite your friends, share out my content, show the fuck up, give me a topic, join the show as a guest. Those are all ways that you can support the show free. All right. I take both ways of support. I appreciate you, motherfuckers. Now, I did not come in here. I didn't give y'all the music this morning, right? But I'm going to give y'all the music going out. Because what do I always say? You're welcome, Interior Rue. Good advice, huh? Hey, Miss Shalonda Ray. What? What? This is Coffee with Friends, and I am Raw to the Bone. Happy fucking Monday. Remember, tomorrow, 9 a.m., I will be back. What the fuck is the topic? I don't know. If there's anything anybody wants to talk about, send it my way. All right. If you want to be a guest on the show, come through, y'all. It's our show. Continue to love up on your brothers and sisters. And in the meantime, you know, no matter how low you feel, you can still go. All right? Get this message, y'all. Going for now, but never forever. Peace. Y'all know. See you tomorrow. Hey. What? I never ran, said no, man, I still go.